Hey everybody, it's Cross Training Wednesday. So today I want to give you a little tip on cross training. I certainly start by thanking everyone once again. Appreciate all your continued support. Lots of ways to follow us. You can follow us on Instagram, We Cross Train. Facebook, We Cross Train. You can even like, subscribe, and share on YouTube at We Cross Train. Website about the movement, www.wecrosstrain.com. Certainly check it out, read the Home and About Us page. Learn more about it and maybe even support the movement yourself. So without going forward, I certainly want to talk about be the change you wish to see. So in lieu of the recent events and the horrible flooding and hurricane in Houston, there's lots of controversy yet again about what should happen, who should do what, and all these different kind of arguments. So once again, this is just an example of how we as people don't seem to like to unite and to help anything. I heard a saying one time that you can't spell unity without you and I. So anytime there's a disaster or just life in general, there's no need to be critical and to pick and choose who you think should do what. You be the change that you wish to see. So first of all, let's talk about men. Men, you are the pastor of your house. You say, well, no, I didn't sign up for that. Well, you're right. You didn't sign up for it. God made you that by making you a male at birth. You are a male at birth. You're supposed to become a man, and you're supposed to be the preacher of your home. When's the last time you've prayed with your family? When's the last time you've told your family right or wrong? When's the last time you've sat them down and explained how things should be or discussed world events or these types of things? Men, that is your job. So now, as it relates to the topic at hand of being the change you wish to see, as it relates to Houston and the wake of the floods, instead of worrying about who should do what and why somebody don't do something, why don't the church do this and why don't the church do that, why don't you become part of a particular church or head up a movement or do something that you feel passionate about? You lead it up. Pastors of churches, much like pastors of homes, which men should and should be, even though if they're not taking up their duties, you have a lot going on. A lot of times at home, being the pastor and the head of the household, there's things that my wife has to take care of. There's things that I ask my children to take care of because I can't do it all. Preachers can't do it all. Now, of course, as it relates to the topic of a church, should they open the doors? Absolutely. And they shouldn't wait till a flood happens either. There's homeless people every night. There's women and children without a place to stay right now in your city with everything going on perfectly. Churches certainly need to do that. But without blaming something, a fool can point out a problem. It takes someone who points out a problem and then suggests a resolution, right? Anybody can point out a problem. At the end of the day, what are you going to do about it? Now, of course, you say, well, I can't do anything about that. I can't boil the ocean. You're right. But you can start somewhere. The journey of 1,000,000 miles begins with the first step. So men, let's start being pastors of our own home. Let's start taking care of business at home. As we've all heard, charity starts at home and then spreads abroad. And if you feel compelled to go do something, and certainly go to Houston and do all those kind of things, then do it. But don't sit back and just be critical of what somebody else should or shouldn't do. At the end of the day, we all have to play our part, and we all have to do what we think is right. So lead the charge. Set up an organization. Get a group of men together and set up an organization to help people in your own community. Get a group of people together and start a foundation of whatever it is that you're passionate about. Now, as the waters are certainly a flood, and it's horrible in Houston, and there's lots of people who've gone, and I certainly give each and every one of you that may be watching this all the praises I can. Special shout out to a friend and brother of mine, Jerry Kennan. He felt so compelled he drove down himself. And for all the emergency crew, all the firemen, and all the individuals who not only there physically, but have donated or contributed in any capacity, God bless you. But the thing I want to stress the most, or the thing I can't stress the most, is be the change you wish to see. Anybody can point out a problem. At the end of the day, what are you going to do about it? Also, we had a birthday here recently that most people are familiar with, Michael Jackson. He had a song that was about the man in the mirror. And it said, I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take it, you look at yourself and make a change. I think that's important, everybody. I think it's important that we have unity. You can't have unity without you and I. There's enough problems and enough turmoil there for all of us to be critical and to try to divide people and to do all these different things. Let's come together and let's start at home. Men, let's start at home. You do something. Do something at your home. Do something with your family. Women, you certainly are very vital and very important, and you can do the same. Either join a man, join your husband, join your mate, or you start a group at church, or you help lead the charge. Don't sit back and just point fingers. As the old saying goes, when you point one finger, you got three pointing right back at you. Last two things, and most importantly, is that God loves you and I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. God bless.